Hi, this is Spreadsheet Module 4. Sorry about the previous one. The audio is gone. No idea how that happened. It was there when I recorded it. So this particular thing is looking for a break-even analysis. Now you're given most of the information in your problems, and probably you're gonna see me jump back and forth between some things here, some which will be off screen. So I'm checking what I'm seeing over here as the modules with the instructions so that I don't have to keep two things open here. All right, I'm going to show you the first one or two here. You know, kind of give you an idea how this works. You should be able to work out the rest of them on your own. I will make a note over here about how you do the rounding so the numbers come up nice and pretty the way you want it. All right, so in 4.1, what it says is you divided the circus to town. Circus owners are trying to determine how many tickets they have to sell in order to break even. Now, if you're ever going to do, say you're going to put on I don't know, a junior firefighter camp, for example. I don't care what it is. You're going to put on a training or something, and you got to, you know, you're not going to cover it just out of your funds. You're going to have people, you know, pay to help defray the cost. Well, you need to know how many. You know what the costs are. You need to know how many people at that amount you're going to need to jump on board to actually break even, because in most governmental entities, it's really, in many places, you're actually not allowed to put something on. It's a money-losing proposition unless you build it in and gotten approvals and so on. So this is where break-even analysis comes in. Like I say, these show circus, summer camp. You can easily substitute any kind of an entity where you're putting on a class or something like this, exactly the same way that this works, okay? So beginning like here with a circus, they tell you the fixed cost, they estimate the total fixed cost to be $400,000. So we're going to put in $400,000. They say the variable cost is $10 a ticket. All right, and then the price, if they set the ticket price at $60, all right, there's your fixed cost, your variable cost, and the price you're planning on selling the tickets. You know, and you can move numbers. I mean, you want this to be as close to absolute. What if you pull the trigger on this? How many dollars is it going to cost you if nobody comes? All right, that's your fixed cost. That's what you're committed to. Variable cost is like on a per person basis. So we'll say the variable cost is you're including meals. All right, so this will be on a per person basis. All right. So this is the number that you're actually going to most likely have to move about if you're going to figure out what it's going to cost. The higher this number, the fewer people that need to come. Lower the number, you know, the more people that need to come. That's where you have to estimate how many people you legitimately expect to come at each price point, and that's how you have to figure out what this number has to be, all right, with the number you think will be coming to work out as your break even. All right, so got to switch back to my numbers here. All right, so here's how this works. What you're going to do, get the right cell in here. All right, the formula is simply this. You're going to take your fixed cost, all right, in this case it's in B5, all right, and you're going to divide that by the price you're planning on spending, or you're going to charge, minus what you expect the variable cost to be. All right, so you simply do that math first, and that minus that. All right, and poof, you need to sell 8,000 tickets. It's pretty simple. All right. And so when if you need to do a break-even analysis, if you're proposing to run a camp or something like that, run a training, run a whatever, you want to give a talk and you think a whole buttload of people are going to want to listen to you flap your gums, you know, whatever your fixed cost is, so that would be like whatever it costs you to rent the auditorium or the room or whatever, that's your fixed cost. If there's no variable cost, you know, you can just take that right out. So if you're not serving, you know, cookies or something, or you know, the universal standard, serve pizza, you know, that'll be your pizza cost. If you're expecting 1 slice per person, you get 10 slices per pizza. You're expecting X number of people come, so you know the number of pizzas. You divide by 10 slices per box. You know, figure out what that works out to, the cost of the pizza per slice. That would be your variable cost. Subtract that from that, divide that into that, and that's the number of tickets you need to sell. Again, the higher this number, the lower this number. So I'll just give you an example of that. If suddenly you think 100 people you're going to sell it for $100, boom, your number of tickets drops to 4,444. All right, that's really this is how you figure out what price you need to set to and how many people you need to come. Otherwise, this is a losing proposition. All right, can't pull the trigger on it. Same thing for your fixed costs in like these summer camps. Now these are going to work exactly the same way, but they've adjusted how some of the things work. This works just like this. All right, plug in everything the same way. You figure out, and then your total revenue and total cost. Total revenue, for example, what you're doing there is your total revenue in your campers over 10 weeks, and you're going to multiply that by the price. That's your total revenue, and the total cost works. It should be E5 times E6, your fixed cost plus your the amount that you have to come in, fixed cost and in this case meals per camper, should add up to the same thing. This number and this number should be exactly the same. All right. If the math works up here, it has to be equal down here. That's all you have to do. Now over here where things are going to change is like in these two, you're going to have a grant offset. All right. So it's going to tell you that, for example, like here and here you get a 50% grant offset. All right. So your new fixed cost is simply going to be this times 50% or 0.5 right here. So it'll be equals this times this is your new fixed cost. It'd be exactly half of this, right? Then you do this, just same thing you did over here, right here, and that's going to get you your new price because you're trying to figure out what to charge. So all you're doing is making some minor modifications, right, to get what the price is. And in the case of this, you'll get your new fixed cost. You're going to add what your campers are going to be. You're going to multiply it times what your meals are per camper. All right, so it's your total cost, and then you're just going to divide it by the number of campers, right? And that's going to give you the price per like the price per enrollee. Then you do the exact same thing here. You get your total revenue and total cost, and those should be identical. All you have to do is follow the formula in the book. Now over here, this is actually going to come, your number is going to be slightly, it doesn't come out even. So if it doesn't come out even and you want it to see, want it to be even, you just use roundup. And you're going to see this in another area where you're doing, it'll look like this, only you'll be doing, it'll be cooks. And you got to figure out how many cooks you're going to have, and so you can do the equals roundup and then do the math, and then it will pop it up. So this is pretty simple, straightforward. If you have a question, I doubt if you will, just follow the instructions. It's actually walks you through it pretty nicely, and I've never seen a spreadsheet this spreadsheet go sideways. So unlike some of the others where it'll lie to you sometimes, it'll lie to some people, not to others, this one always seems to work. So good luck to you, and let me know if you have any problems. And if you do, shoot me a spreadsheet, and I will unwind your problem. Hope you're having a good time already in the class and not beating your head too much against the wall.